Yes. Welcome to the demo session on SQL Server administration. Okay. As part of this session, we'll try to discuss here what is SQL Server DBA. Okay. As a database administrator, what are our major responsibilities are there, and to work as a DBA. Okay. What are the prerequisites are there? Okay, who can work as a DBA means what knowledge is required for us to work as a database admin. Okay, all those concepts we'll try to discuss as part of today's session. Right, right. Okay, as part of this course, what we are getting here means already have discussed, like as part of this course, daily recorded sessions I will provide you. Okay, means what after the class. So once we end the meeting, automatically the recording is generated. Okay, video is generated. That video I will share you. Okay, to your email IDs so that you can go through the video and note down the doubts. Okay, if you get any doubts, just note down those doubts. Okay, and I will provide my WhatsApp number or already office number is there with you. You can send a message. Okay, if any doubts are there, any queries are there, you can send me the message. Yeah, the same way while practicing also, if you get any doubt, for example, while practicing, if you stuck somewhere while practicing, actually by watching the video, you can practice. Okay, there will be no issue. But in case somewhere you stuck while practicing, same thing, you can share me the uh, same error or issue on WhatsApp. Okay, so I will go through it. I will provide you the suggestion or like how we can clear this error. Okay, whenever I am free. Maybe after working hours, so generally it will be easy for me to answer the questions. Okay, maximum like if any simple doubts are there, I will try to answer immediately. No need to worry. Okay, right. The same way, yeah. What are the notes? Just what I am discussing in the course. Okay, that notes also I will try to provide you. Means what? No need to write the notes. Okay, already I have prepared the notes actually, step by step notes. Okay, I will share you that notes. Okay, to your email ID so that you can go through it whenever it is required. Okay, so meanwhile you can write any doubt. You can write the points if you want. That is your choice. Okay, right. The same way, like. I will provide you FAQs and scenarios. Means whatever the regular scenarios are there in real time. Yeah, those scenarios also will try to provide. Okay. While discussion itself, like the concept wise. Okay. So I will try to provide the scenarios. Okay, so that it will be easy for you tomorrow to work in the industry. To work in the organization, it will be easy for you. Okay, right. Okay, so that is the same way, some extra copy of material I will provide you, which has all these FAQs and scenarios. Okay, right. Yeah, in the same way, at the end of the session course, I will provide you sample resumes. Okay, so that you can go through it and you can prepare your own resume. Okay, then you can start hunting the jobs. You can upload in the sites, job sites. Then you can start hunting for the jobs. Okay, right. This is just we have to understand. So what we are going to provide as part of the course. Okay, right, right. Okay, so next year let's we start with yeah our SQL Server database administration. In general, remember like as a database DBA. So not only SQL Server DBA, it may be Oracle DBA or MySQL DBA, any type of DBA. Just remember our job is maintenance. Our job is maintenance. Okay. So database and database server maintenance is our job. Okay, means what? We are not programmers, we are not developers. Okay, we are not testers, we are maintenance people. As a DBA, our major responsibility is what? Maintenance. Means like once you enter in the organization, already setup is there, already servers are there. Okay, databases are there, everything is there, total setup is already there, just we have to start maintenance. Okay, yeah. So as part of maintenance or as part of DBA, what are the major responsibilities are there? Just I will go through one time, means few responsibilities which we can understand now easily. Okay, yeah, few are there which we may have confusion, that's why I'm not going with those things. Okay, we'll go step by step. No need to worry. Okay, so I don't want to make you confusion by telling so many things initially. Okay, we'll go step by step. Right. So just remember, as a database administrator, our job is what? Database and uh, database server or DB server maintenance. Okay, let's remember maintenance is our job. Maintenance means what we'll do regularly. We have to monitor the servers, monitor the databases. Okay, monitor the databases and servers. Okay, if any issues are there, for example, so we need to troubleshoot those issues. Okay, if any issues are there in the database or database server, we have to troubleshoot those problems. Okay, that is the major responsibility of a DBA. In general, remember like 80%. Okay, 80% DBA tasks. Okay, we are going to schedule. Okay, daily, for example, daily morning 3 o'clock. Already we have scheduled the backups. Okay, so we have to verify, we have to validate. Okay, so suppose yesterday night backup failed, for example. Okay, we need to verify why the backup failed. Okay, so what is the reason backup failed, and we have to troubleshoot the problem. Okay, in general, remember in real time what we'll do, we'll prepare the reports daily. For example, daily morning 7 o'clock, we'll get the reports, backup reports, and some other reports we'll discuss later. So we can go through that whether all the backup success or not. Okay, if any, let's say in one server, yesterday night backups failed, for example, then remember what we can do. Yeah, we can. We can enter into that server. We can go to that server. We can check why the backup failed. Okay. Depends on the reason. We can plan for troubleshooting. Right. Yes. So that's why remember like regularly, daily we have to perform like health check reports will get actually daily health check reports. Okay. Means health check reports means like we have various reports actually like daily backups reports. Okay. Daily jobs reports. Generally remember we'll see later like generally here we'll use jobs. Okay. To schedule the activities. Okay. To perform any task periodically or on scheduled time. Generally we have jobs are there. Okay. So we'll see that all the jobs are working fine or not. Okay. If any jobs fail, we'll get the anyhow email notification. We can start working with the job. Why it is failed? We can try to troubleshoot the problem. The same way we'll get disk space alerts. Why? Because disk space is also important, right? Suppose, let's say, if some database is there in D drive, for example. So, if D drive is full, the database will not work, right? Yes. So, that's why disk space checking is also important for us. Okay. Disk should not become full at any cost. We have to monitor if it is, let's say, disk is 90% full, for example. Okay, so we can check why it is growing fastly. We can start troubleshooting. Okay, that we'll discuss anyhow, like how to yeah, start what troubleshooting. That we'll discuss. No need to worry. Okay, in the same way, we'll get the memory. Okay, CPU alerts. In the same way, like suppose let's say we have some concept called always on. Okay, so suppose let if always on failure happens. Okay, so those alerts also will get always on health check alerts. Maybe remember, just don't get confusion. Some of the means we don't know what is always on, right? For example. Anyhow, I will discuss the next 5 minutes. So, just we have to understand some of these are the some of the alerts actually will get daily as a DBA. Okay, so we'll see some more alerts are there later. We'll see. Okay, in detail. Just I don't want to make you confused by telling so many things initially. Okay, right. So that's why remember daily once we enter in the organization, our first step is what? First task is what? To check all the health check reports. Okay, automatically we'll get these reports. Means how to configure these reports. All those things we'll discuss, like any performance related alerts are there. All those things will verify actually. Okay, once we enter in the organization. Later, we'll start working with the other implementations. Okay, right, right. Okay, that's why remember we have to understand here our primary job is what? Monitoring and troubleshooting as a DBA. That's why for troubleshooting, remember we need in-depth knowledge is required for troubleshooting. That is the reason we have to go through the concepts in detail. Okay, that's why from day one itself we'll start the concept. If any simple doubt is there, Okay, if any simple doubt is there, immediately you have to ping. Okay, immediately type in the chat panel. So I will try to clarify your doubts. No need to worry. Mm. Right, right. Okay, so next one say like what is required to work as a SQL Server DBA? What are the prerequisites are there to work as a SQL Server DBA? Very basic prerequisites are there. Very simple prerequisites are there to work as a SQL Server DBA. Check here. For example, we need basic Windows knowledge is required for us. Already we have knowledge, right? Basic Windows knowledge means like, yeah, how to create the folders, how to grant the permissions, okay? How how to check whether the communication or connectivity is there or not between two servers, okay? So how to check the IP address, all those things we need to verify. Okay, that is it. What are the prerequisites? Prerequisites, Windows basics are required for us, and SQL basics. Okay, how to work with the select command. Okay, like what is update, what is delete, what is stored procedure, what is primary key, what is index. Okay, some basics, SQL basics knowledge is required for us. In general, what I will do, Windows basics and SQL basics. Okay, maybe Windows basics 2-3 hours session, SQL basics like 4-5 hours classes. I will provide you means recordings so that you can go through those recordings if you don't have basics knowledge. Okay, no need to worry. So once you register to the course, I will ask my team to share you those recordings. Right, right. Generally, remember from SQL Server 2017 onwards, 2017 version onwards, SQL Server works in all the platforms, means Windows, Linux, Mac, all the platforms. Okay, so that's why, but like, but still we are running SQL Server in Windows only. Means what? Tomorrow, once you enter in the organization, 98%. Okay, we are running SQL Server in Windows platform only. That's why no need to learn Linux. Actually, if we have knowledge, it is advantage for us. But very 1-2% scenarios are there where we are working with in what Linux platform. Okay, otherwise generally not required. Right, right. Okay, so we will start with the SQL Server. Already we know that SQL Server is what one of a RDBMS product available in the market. Correct, right? Yes. So we have like so many RDBMS products are available in the market, right? Okay. Yeah. So various RDBMS products are there. Okay. So like Oracle is there, right? PostgreSQL, MySQL, DB2, uh, like so many RDBMS products are available today in the market. Okay, so in general, remember like SQLs, not only RDBMS products, we have like some big data related. Okay, so uh, yeah, we have different products are also there in the market today. Okay, so as per in general, remember, like in case of RDBMS, in general, remember, like we have Arkil is there, okay, one of a powerful RDBMS product, but Arkil licensing cost is very high as compared with what SQL Server or other products. Licensing cost is very high. That's why remember every organization, every client may not go with Oracle, okay, whose cost is very high. Okay, so that's why startup organizations, small scale organizations, yeah, they can go with what SQL Server. So indirectly, what we have to understand, once we go through the course, once you practice well, okay, so then chances are there to get the job easily. Initially, you can enter into a small organization. Okay, later after 1 2 years, you can jump into some big organization. Means entry level, I am saying. Uh, yeah, from beginning itself, we can enter into big organization also. It's not meaning, right? Okay, so that's remember like yeah, easily we can enter as a SQL Server DBA. Mm. And we know that so many like open source products are there today, right, in the market. Open source or DBMS products like MySQL is there. Okay, open source means remember, no need to purchase the product. Okay, no need to purchase the product, but only support. For support, if want, we can take the support by paying yearly this much of amount for support. Okay, like MySQL is it, which is also one of a open source product. Like PostgreSQL is there, PostgreSQL. Uh, like various products are there, like Yugabyte, like so many products today. So open source products. Uh, Similar to like PostgreSQL, we have say Yugabyte is a open source cloud native database for mission critical applications. Like so many products are there. Initially, I don't want to make you confusion, okay, by telling so many things. Just saying that various products are available in the market today. The same way we have like a MongoDB is there. Few of the companies are using this product. Okay, is a source available cross-platform document-oriented database platform. It's not RDBMS, but it is a NoSQL database product actually. NoSQL. Okay, where we can store the huge documents in the JSON-like format. It's like a huge data indirectly. Like this, like Cassandra is there. Like so many NoSQL products are there today. MongoDB we are using as a NoSQL database today in most of the organizations. Means what? Initially, remember whatever the transactions are done. For example, live changes, those are stored in SQL Server. Later, after 1 week or after 10 days, that those are moved into MongoDB database. Means like old data, live data, or system will interact backend with SQL Server. Later, the data is pushed into a MongoDB, for example. Like this, your combinations are there today, not only backend, only SQL Server, only Oracle. This type of combinations are there today in the market or for the applications we have to understand. But just concentrate on SQL Server. Later you can understand step by step. Okay, no need to worry. Okay, I think we are in the same page, right? Sagar, Vivek, you are following, right? If any doubts are there, any questions are there, please type in the chat panel. Okay. In future classes, I will ask you to unmute yourself. Okay. You can ask me the questions. Mm. Yeah. What I'm discussing is clear. Sai, Koel, Dev, Akshay. It is clear or any confusion is there? Just going through just what is what. Okay. Still, we have not started our concepts. Just what is what. Okay. Mm. Sagar, Akshay, Akshay, I think already have attended demo session. Yeah, Koil Dev, it is clear, right? What I am discussing. There is no confusion, I hope. Right, right. Okay. So just remember, like SQL Server already we know. SQL Server is what? One of a RDBMS product present in the market. Okay. RDBMS product from Microsoft, right? Yes. So here also remember like we have to purchase SQL Server, but yeah, almost all like support is free. Okay. Yeah, just we are purchasing SQL Server. Support is almost all what free. Means what? If any, generally remember we are there, right? As a DBA, we are here to support, right? If any issues are there. But tomorrow, if any critical issue is there, means even as a DBA or our senior DBA is unable to handle that issue, critical issue, for example. Okay, then we have to, the next step is what? Escalate to Microsoft. Okay, so Microsoft engineers will help us to sort out the problem, to troubleshoot the problem. Okay, right. So we have various versions are there actually. Like first time, remember, it was introduced in the year 1988 or 89 with 1.0 version, for example. Okay. Later we have so many versions are there. But today our current version is the latest version is the SQL Server 2022. Our latest version, current version. Okay. Before 2022, we have 2019, 2017, like this here, various versions. Okay. Various versions. But currently, if you see in the market, in the industry, today we are working mostly with 2019 version. Okay. Still, but for new projects, remember, new upgradation scenarios, we are going with 2022. Otherwise, tomorrow, once we enter in the organization, you have to work with 2019, 2017, 2016. Okay, these versions. 2014, 2012 are there. They are old versions. So today we are not using mostly. Still, some servers may be there. I'm not saying 100%, but mostly we have to work with these versions 2019, 2017, 2016 versions today in the market. Okay, so just check here uh, how we are connecting and working with SQL Server in real time. I will discuss that in detail, but remember, like to connect and work with SQL Server, we are using one tool called SSMS. Okay, SQL Server Management Studio. To connect and work with SQL Server, we are using one tool called SSMS SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, so I will show you in our next session how to install this SSMS, how to install SQL Server. Okay, initially, basic installation I will discuss so that you can start practicing. But after 2-3 sessions, I will show you real-time installation, how we are doing installation in real time. First, I will show you basic installation. Later, I will show you real-time installation. Okay. Right, right. Okay. Check here. Already in my machine, I have installed SQL Server. I will go to Start SSMS. Okay. SQL Server Management Studio. Just remember, SSMS is what? Just a tool, okay, through which we'll connect and work with SQL Server. Okay, just it is a tool. Okay. Yeah, it might be any version, remember, from SQL Server 2005 onwards. We are using same tool, SQL Server Management Studio. Through this tool, what we can do, we can connect to SQL Server. So the SQL Server may be there in the same machine or different machine. We can connect to SQL Server and we can start working with the tool. Okay, actually we work from command prompt also. From command prompt also we can connect and work with SQL Server, but it is yeah, difficult for us. It's not easy to work with the commands by typing each and every command. That's why we are going with this tool SSMS. Okay, right. Okay, check here. I will connect to the server, any one server. Connect, connected successfully. Then here we can start working with the various databases. Okay, all the options are there: security, replication, always on, automation by using jobs. Okay, all the options are available here. We can work with these options. Okay, here see like one of the major benefit in case of SQL Server is what it's a GU. This is the tool is yeah, GUI based, right? Graphical user interface. That's why easy to work. Means what we have two options are there. We can take the query. See here means we can write the commands if you want. Otherwise, graphically also we can work directly. Means, suppose let's say tomorrow you want to create a new login. Just right click on logins, new login. Okay. Just type the login name, password, and grant what permissions we want graphically. Or by using the command also we can perform. Okay, in real time, once again, remember, don't get confusion. It is our choice. It's not meaning that we have to work with command only. Our choice, you can do with graphically, you can perform, or you can work with command. That is our choice. Nobody will ask you how you have done. Okay, check here. This is SQL Server 15.0 version, right? It is a 2019 version. We can find out easily here. Select at the rate version. Okay. Always remember after typing the command, select the command and execute. Okay, here see it is showing Microsoft SQL Server 2019. Okay, like this, like simple commands we can by heart actually. Okay, so we can remember, but lengthy commands are there. Okay, where those we have to maintain in a file, right? We can't remember every command, right? Always remember, as a DBA will maintain the scripts, means commands, in a separate file. So whenever you want, just copy, paste and run. Correct, right? See here, ICICI loans. Okay, server name is what? ICICI loans. For example, we can see here also. Okay, like let's say by using simple commands, we can find out say basic information of SQL Server. Okay, right. This is how we can connect and work with the SQL Server as a DBA using which tool? SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, right, right. Okay, so already I've said I will show you how to install this tool so that you can start practicing. In our next session, I will show you. No need to worry. Right. In general, remember every RDBMS, not only SQL Server, every RDBMS supports what? SQL, right? Like SQL commands, I think maybe you are familiar with, right? Like select, update, delete, create, alter, drop. Okay. Same thing here also. SQL Server supports SQL, right? Structured query language. Okay, so structured query language as well as TSQL. Okay, transact structured query language. Basically, remember, SQL is there, which is a common database language, right? Means what? It may be Oracle or SQL Server, it may be Sybase or MySQL or PostgreSQL, any type of RDBMS. We are working with same SQL commands. Maybe 90% same syntax, everything. Maybe 10% difference may be there. Additional features may be there, right? So whatever the select command we are writing in SQL Server, same select command will write in Oracle, MySQL, okay, in different RDBMS products. But for programming purpose here in SQL Server, we have something called TSQL for programming purpose. Means what? To write the stored procedures, functions, triggers. We have this T-SQL. Okay, transact structured query language. And once again, remember, we are not writing the programs. Don't get confusion. As a DBA, we are not developing any programs. Our development team will do that. Okay, right. In Oracle, maybe you know, right? We have PLSQL is there. So here we have TSQL, Transact Structured Query Language. Okay, right, right. Okay. So the same way, like yeah, SQL Server. Remember, SQL Server is a SQL Server has various components actually. One is a database engine or database server. Just remember, whenever I am saying SQL Server, okay, database server or DB engine, all are same. Okay, means actually remember whenever we type this command, once I select and execute. this command, see, SQL Server Management Studio will submit this command in the backend to our database server or database engine. The database engine, it will process the command. We are getting the out. Okay. Just remember, don't get confusion. This SSMS is what just a tool through which we are connecting and working with SQL Server. Like we are using a browser, right? Browser we are using like Internet Explorer, Firefox, okay, Chrome, something, right? Same thing. Yeah, through the browser, what we are doing, we are connecting and working with some Gmail server, Hotmail server, right? Same thing. Through this tool, we can connect and work with SQL Server, okay, by using this tool. Right. That's remember in SQL Server, we have database engine or database server, okay, as well as some BI components are there, business intelligence components, which we'll call them as MSBI. Microsoft Business Intelligence components are there, like SSIS, SSRS, SSAS. Okay, SQL Server integration services, reporting services, analysis services. Mostly remember as a core DBA, as a core DBA will work only with database server. Okay, no need to learn SSIS, SSRS, SSAS also. We have separate team is there, BI team is there. They will handle these tools. But little bit knowledge of SSIS is added advantage for us for SQL DBS. Okay, right, right. Next year, like important point, SQL Server, SQL Server supports here three types of working environments. Very, very important for us. One is here standalone environment. Standalone environment means standalone means what? Will maintain one single production server. We are maintaining single production server in the backend. Okay, so from that single production server, we'll start working with the same server. Single production server means all the applications are connected. Means applications are connected to same server, single production server. But tomorrow, if this, suppose let's say I'm maintaining one server in Mumbai data center, one server, unexpectedly server down, okay, then how the application will work, right? If server down unexpectedly, application will not work, right? Yes, that's why remember like to connect and work with application, uh, server must be running, right? Always. Yes, server must and should be always in running mode to connect and work with the server. Okay, that is the reason. Remember what we are doing today. Today we are using some other environments like always on environment. For example, in case of always on environment, what we'll do, we'll maintain the standby servers. Standby means what? One production server is there in Mumbai. For example, we'll maintain one standby server in Chennai. For example, means what? Like tomorrow, if something issue is there, okay? If any issue is there in Mumbai server, okay, so let's say server down or power related issue is there. If any issue is there, no problem. immediately Chennai server starts working, users can continue their work. Users can continue their work. No need of downtime. Okay. Downtime is not required. Users can continue their work. Understood, right? Why? Because this compulsory, remember, cluster environment is compulsory for us. Sorry, this standalone environment is compulsory. Correct, right? Standby servers are compulsory for us. Okay, so uh, uh, suppose let's say like Paytm is there, PhonePe is there, GPay is there, or HDFCBank.com is there. Unexpectedly, one server is down. Okay, in the backend, one server is down. Then how the application will work, right? That's why compulsory we have to maintain the standby servers. Compulsory we need to maintain the standby servers. Okay, so that if production server is down unexpectedly due to any reason, no problem. So we can start working with the standby server will start working with, users can continue their work. Okay, so that's one. But to maintain the standby servers, okay, we have to go with what? Always on environment to maintain the standby servers. Okay, this is for medium and large scale applications. Medium and large scale applications. Compulsory, we have to maintain the standby servers. Compulsory. For medium and large scale applications, remember, compulsory we have to maintain the standby servers. Okay, that's why once you enter in the organization, remember, they will provide you KT, means how many servers are there, standalone servers, how many always on servers are there. Actually, we'll have catalog, actually, our database catalog, okay, our database inventory, one Excel sheet. In that Excel sheet, will maintain all these, okay, details, so that you can see in that Excel sheet. Okay, how many applications, so how many DB servers are there, everything will be there. In the same way, third type of environment is a cluster environment, means SQL Server clustering environment. This is also to maintain the standby servers. But we'll discuss this cluster later. Now we'll have some confusion. Just these two you have to understand clearly. Standalone means single production server. If production server is down, application is down. Always on environment means what? We have one production server, one or more standby servers. Even tomorrow production server is down unexpectedly. No need to worry. So immediately standby server will start working. Okay? Means what? There is no downtime. We have to understand. In case of always on environment, there is no downtime. Okay, immediately application will start working. Today, remember, in the organizations, 70% we have to work with always on environments. Okay, 20% standalone, 5 to 10% cluster. Means we have to understand very less. Working with cluster setup is what? Very less in real time today. Okay, so for example, one last point we'll discuss, we'll conclude the session. So just we have to understand, like suppose tomorrow a new project is there, new application. My company has, they have purchased one new application, for example. So for that application in backend, we have to go with standalone, always on, or cluster. Who is going to decide? As a DBA means, let's say we are purchasing the application from TCS, for example. Generally, we'll call TCS as vendor, right? Who is providing the application. So, let's say as a DBA, I'm deciding that we'll go with always on, we'll go with cluster, or we'll go with standalone, or vendor has to decide. Who is going to decide? As a DBA, I will decide, or vendor will decide that their application works with always on, their application works with cluster. Clear, right? Who is going to decide? Sagar, Vivek, we have to decide as a DBA, or vendor will decide which setup we need. Just remember, vendor will decide. Why? Because we don't know, right, whether their application works with cluster or not, always on or not. That's why, remember, vendor is going to decide. Okay? Don't get confusion. Same thing, which version? 2019, 2022, 2016, which version we have to install in the backend. That version compatibility also vendor will decide. They will tell actually. So our application works with 2016, our application works with 2019, our application works with 2022. That is also decided by the vendor only. Clear, right? Yes. For example, one already 2022 version SQL Server is there. I want to upgrade to higher version. So immediately what we'll do, we'll write the email to the application team. Okay. So we need to upgrade this to higher version. Application team, what they will do, they will write the mail to the vendor, means who has developed that product. uh, our DBA team is saying that we need to upgrade SQL Server. Which version your application can support? 2019 it supports, or 2022 it supports. What the vendor will do? They will do testing. They will test with the 2019, for example. Later, they will send the mail to the application team. Our application is compatible with 2019. Then application team will respond to our team, DBA team. Okay, you can go ahead with 2019 version. Understood, right? That's why, remember, we are not taking decision. So application with the application team approval will take the decision which type of setup okay the application can work. Accordingly, we'll set up. Check here, like how we know whether it is a standalone or cluster or always on. Very simple. See here, right click on server name, properties. Here see is clustered, false it is saying, means it is not cluster. Is HADR enable, false it is saying, means HADR means always on, false. Okay, it is not always on also. It's means it is a standalone. Got it, right? Is cluster false, is HADR false, means always on. Okay, means it is standalone. Like that, here we can identify whether it is a cluster or standalone or always on. We can identify easily as a DBA. Okay, right, right. Yeah. So, what are the concepts we are going to cover as part of this course? I will share you the course content. Okay, no need to worry. Means all the major concepts which we need to work as a DBA, all those concepts we'll discuss. No need to worry. Okay, so yeah, Yeah, I will share you this extra material later. So this PDF also I will share you means what are the concept to discuss as this course. Check you will start with the introduction part. Okay, so yeah, which we have started with. So we'll see the module one, how to install SQL Server, pre-installation steps, all those things we'll see. Okay, so then after that we'll start with configurations. Configurations means remember memory configurations, CPU configurations. Okay, so all those configurations we'll see. Then we'll go with the databases, working with databases. Here we'll see database architecture, everything in detail. Then we'll start with security. Means like how to create users, how to grant permissions, all those things we discuss here. Okay. Then backup and restore we'll see. Backups and restores. Okay. So which are important for us. After that, we will see how to automate. Already we know, right? As a DBA, 80% of DBA tasks are automated. No need to perform manually. Okay. Then we'll start with high availability features like working with log shipping, mirroring, always on. High availability means remember, high availability allows us to maintain the standby servers, right? So log shipping is there one of a old concept. Then we have mirroring, but our latest concept is there always on. Okay, then we'll see something called replication, which is not much important, but anyhow, we'll see all these concepts practically. Then we'll go with performance tuning. Okay, clustering, always on. Okay, these are our main concepts are there as part of our course, and some troubleshooting part will cover as part of our course. Okay, these are see like what we are going to cover as part of our course, and already have said all the classes, all these concepts I will show you practically. No need to worry. Okay, and all these classes I will record. I will share you those recordings. Right, right. These recordings will be available for us till 6 months in our portal. Okay, right. So let's say we'll conclude the session. We'll continue again in the next session. So yeah, as part of today's session, just we have discussed here introduction part. We have seen what we have discussed. Okay, so what concepts we are going to cover, we have discussed. Okay, so just can see my channel. Okay, see the log. We'll see that I'm not updating frequently due to busy schedule. So yeah, you can go through this one. Okay, and YouTube channel is also there. You can subscribe to my channel. Okay, right. You can subscribe to my channel SQL with Said. Okay, right, right. Okay, thank you very much for attending today's session. Okay, we'll continue. Okay, our regular classes.